failures that I experienced in the playoffs versus Utah was tough to deal with on the national stage and spotlight.
Bryant for three. It's short again. Air ball. Air ball. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. Here's a three-pointer. Air ball again by Kobe Bryant. The young rookie. 3 times he shot air balls. Here in Preston.
That was a tough experience. People questioning if this 18-year-old kid could ever come back from this.
The Utah Jazz hold on and defeat the Los Angeles Lakers.
What I've learned to do through my struggles was to stay even keel and to not get too high or not get too low. I mean, you're going to have successes, you're going to have failures, but the key is just to keep moving forward every single day.
Trailer!
Those two have complimented each other as well as any two Laker players in history.
Kobe Bryant worked into the lane and Shaq hammered it in with the right hand.
Yeah, get a look at the dynasty. This is the next one right here.
This is it, fellas. We work all year long for it, man. Shaq the man, most dominant player in the world. Championship, it's ours.
Back-to-back titles for the Los Angeles Lakers.
It takes two to make them things go right. And Kobe.
And a jab, Kobe Bryant.
3, that's 3. That's the triple right there.
That's right. They're going for 10.
Welcome back to the Staples Center. When we talked about this before the game, what it's like for the opposing team to be on the other side of a game like this. How do you think your guys have responded so far?
Well, just trying to play the right way, defend, move the ball, and compete, really. I think that's what we're supposed to do.
Now, it seems clear that whenever Kobe Bryant's in the game, that he's going to be throwing them out. So what do you tell your guys on how to defend him?
Well, the biggest thing is just not to foul him. You know, if he's going to make shots, he's going to make shots. He's done that for a long time, but don't want to put him on the line.
All right, thanks, Coach, for your time. Mike, back to you.
All right, Lisa, thank you. Larry Nance Jr. with the dunk ties the game at 21. Hubie, Quinn Snyder was an assistant coach with the Lakers in 2012. He was the head coach at Missouri, of course, played for Coach K as Chris Johnson goes inside on the drive and scores. And you like, I know we talked on the phone, actually, after the Cleveland-Utah game. You like what Quinn Snyder's been able to do with this Utah team, the youngest in the league this year.
Well, he's been able to be an assistant coach with a number of excellent NBA head coaches. Then the fact that he did such an outstanding job at the University of Missouri, right? So we know that he knows the game.
Yes.
And he's an excellent teacher. And when you have a young team, that's the basis if you're going to move forward. Already now in the second year, here he has them, and they're at, if they win tonight, 41-41. That's what you're looking for, progression. But then, well, what's your image? Well, everyone knows they're very tough defensively. They get after you, and then they run a meticulous half-court offense, and they get their best guys high percentage shots. That's what coaching is all about.
They are second in points allowed per game. San Antonio's number one. Now, they play a lower pace, so you look at their efficiency. Their defensive efficiency is still very good. Well, what this team doesn't have is a guy to clear out, go get a big bucket when you need it. Gordon Hayward has developed into a leading player here, averaging nearly 20 a game. Rodney Hood has come along here later on. Trey Lyles, who just missed that shot, has stepped up here as a rookie, scoring 6 points, 3.5 rebounds. So the future is very bright for this Utah team. Julius Randle on the miss. Johnson, the rebound. Hubie, you mentioned the coaches Snyder's worked with, our colleague Doug Collins, Mike Brown, Torrey Messina, the outstanding Italian coach who's been an assistant with Greg Popovich the last couple of years, Larry Brown, and of course Coach K at Duke. It's a pretty impressive list.
Well, he ran the D-League team for the San Antonio Spurs,
right,
for 4 years. So every place that he has been, he's been able to do it. And then people, whenever he decides to move to go to a better place, he's going and he's being attracted by excellent coaches at the NBA level. Then when he got the break, he was the assistant in Atlanta with Coach Budenholzer before he moves here to Utah. So you like what you see from him, you like what you see from the team, and also their management is doing a good job putting together a talent base that plays his style of basketball. So, Mike, the great ones, which they don't have, are the guys who can create off the dribble when the clock is at 5 and there's nothing going on. They don't have that, and you're right.
Huertas the lob, and the finish by Jordan Clarkson, and it's 26-25. Kobe Bryant played the entire first quarter. See his stats there. As long as he continues to feel well, likely to see him halfway through the second.
Now, Huertas is an excellent backup point guard. Now, he's throwing 2 beautiful lob passes to big men moving without the ball. When he is on the floor, their second unit gives you maximum contributions. And already here in this game, they did, they looked at it and they said, well, we're not getting any shots. I mean,
nobody else is going to get shots tonight.
Kobe kicked up 13 there, you at the first quarter.
It's not going to be one where you are looking for your shots this evening. Lyles missed the 3. Nance on the rebound. This Laker team is trying to find what pieces will they build upon going forward. They have a ton of cap room next year. The Bryant contract comes off the books. The cap goes up. Limited number of players under contract. They feel Clarkson backed up last year and all rookie season with a good performance this year, averaging 15.5 a game. D'Angelo Russell struggled on the floor, leadership in the locker room, turning 20 years old. But Russell did show signs the latter portion of the season that he could be a good NBA player, the number 2 overall pick.
When you look at that group, Mike, Clarkson's 23, Russell's 20, and then Randle, who is one of the better rebounders. There are only 10 guys average over 10 rebounds a game, and Randle was one of them this season. He's only 21. So the 3 key guys are very young.
Foul given by Huertas. We have a timeout. We will visit with Jack when we come back.
Our time now. We the best. Let's go out here and make a statement, fellas. It's our turn now. It's our turn to eat. Let's go. Let's go.
Out of control.
Showtime! And Kobe Bryant, with that 3-pointer, has now reached the 20,000 career point mark, the youngest ever.
The experience factor on his side, but he's never, ever won an MVP award.
Hey, get back. Come on.
For me, it's always been, criticisms that I don't make my teammates better.
As soon as we get that cushion, we gotta know where their shooters are, targets.
This is a team award. It's no way an individual by himself can win this award. And now it's become more about the team's success and how well you elevate your teammates.
We ain't losing today.
Kobe Bryant, the recipient of the 2007-2008 NBA Most Valuable Player Award.
We're gonna play until June. I love you. Now let's get this party started.
We won this award. I didn't win this award. We won it as a unit, as a team. We got this done.
Since you say that you couldn't have won this award without your teammates, are you going to be getting your teammates any sort of gift?
It's a movie script, and the perfect ending would be for us to be holding that championship trophy at the end of it.
The Lakers are headed back to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2004.
Right back where we belong, baby. That's right. Right back where we belong. Oh, yeah.
I'm hungry now more than ever.
I ain't done yet. No more. Let's do it.
Because when you've tasted it, before, you want to have it again, and you're, more hungry, and more desperate to get it done.
The Celtics are the 2008 NBA champions.
Kobe Bryant, MVP of the regular season, but he went up against a formidable defense.
The team seemed to have so much positive momentum throughout the season, and with your MVP campaign, how do you feel having it end so suddenly and just drop off out of nowhere? How do you feel right now?
Back on NBA Wednesday, presented by State Farm. No team has a first fan the equal of the multi-Academy Award winner Jack Nicholson, standing by with Lisa Salters.
And Mike, you know that this guy does not do interviews during the game. He likes not to be bothered when he's watching Lakers games courtside, so we really appreciate you doing this, Jack. Tell me what Kobe Bryant has meant to you over these last 20 years.
Well, you know, Kobe makes it worthwhile knowing a little bit about the game. They're taking it away from you here, darling.
Wow, you'd think we'd have some pull. We're putting the game on TV.
Yeah, here they come. Oh, 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 oh.
So what has he meant to you?
Well, you know, I mean, no player's been with the same team for 20 years before, so, you know, he's really one of the great players you'll ever see play the game. No doubt about that. Everybody knows it. Competitive, winner. Love watching him.
Your favorite moment from courtside watching Kobe?
Don't have a real favorite, but I like seeing him jump up on the bench when he's won a championship. Whatever he's happy, we're happy. But he's had some great games here. Unfortunately, I missed the 80-point game. I let my daughter come, and I didn't see it. One of the very few games. Well, you can't win them all.
You said you've had these courtside seats since 1972. Since 1972, you've been sitting here watching the Lakers. Gary Vitti told me before the game he's been here for 8 championships, so I'm going to say that's 8 championships that you've seen. Do you think Kobe's won 5 of them? Do you think that he's the greatest Laker ever?
Well, he's one of the greatest Lakers. I mean, they've had so many great players, you can't really pick one, but he's certainly one of the most entertaining to watch. Been here so long. You know, when you got nothing else going, you got Kobe going. I mean, he can do it all by himself. I mean, I've seen him throw so many jump shots in here with 3 people hanging on his arms. It's a joke. You know, I mean, nobody can handle the ball like him. When he turns around and runs that defense, he can lock them up, you know.
When he first came into the league as a kid, with that little fro that you always wanted to kind of comb out, did you see this? 20 years later, the 5 championships, the MVP, the finals MVP. Did you see this? Did you see all that in that kid?
Well, that would be a little dense to see all that at once. But I'll tell you what I did see the first time I saw him. He dribbled the ball in front of him, rolled it over his head, kicked it with his foot, and then dribbled it between his legs. That's the first Kobe Bryant play I ever saw. I went, whoa, wow.
You knew you had a good one. Well, we really appreciate you taking the time, Jack. Appreciate it. Mike, back to you.
My best to the fellas over there. Hubie's one of my guys.
Good Jersey guy. Yes, he is. Thank you, Jack. We appreciate you doing that so much. Yeah, Neptune City, New Jersey, where Jack was born. A couple of Academy Awards, 3-time Academy Award winner. Yes, you were great. Was that all right? He's one of a kind. What a great fan he's been over the years. You knew when you were coaching as a visitor against the Lakers, Jack would sit there and engage in conversation with players.
No, he would question you sometime about what you were doing. And I'll never forget it. The Lakers had a long winning streak. I'm coaching in Atlanta. I have Tree Rollins, who's the leading shot blocker in the league 5 straight years. So they're up 16 in the first quarter. So my second unit goes in. Tree gets his first foul, gets his second foul, gets his third. All of a sudden, I'm walking past him. As you can see, he's always had the same seats. He grabs my leg and he's pulling my pants. I turned, I said, what's up? He said, what are you doing? He says, Tree's got 3. You're going to leave him in? I said, Jack, let me coach the team, okay? So next thing I know, we're up like 12 or 14 at the halftime. I'm walking by him, and he goes, okay.
It's too good. What a treat.
No, he talks to you all the time, and
loves the game.
He really knows the game. Yeah. He talks it, but he talks it at a high level.
You saw Kobe came to the scorer's table. Fans react. Jazz leading here by 4. Mack with the shot clock dwindling. It's an air ball. Shot clock violation. And here comes Kobe back in the game. Times an All-Star, and second to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 4 times he won the All-Star MVP, tied for the most in league history. Bryant took 13 shots in that first quarter. Gordon Hayward closes out on him. Here's number 14. Rebounded by Withey. Hayward and the run by Booker. Runs the floor. It's the energy guy. Quinn Snyder wants to keep coming off the bench. Gives them such a jump.
Well, you can see anytime that they push the ball hard, Mike, they get an uncontested layup at the other end. And that's one of the biggest problems with the Lakers through this entire season, their transition execution.
Randall, no. Clarkson follows and flushes it down.
I really like Clarkson. Whether you want to say a starter for a playoff team, but a definite solid backup on an excellent playoff team. That's going to the maybe 3rd or 4th round.
Withey got fouled and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. So Jeff Withey having a very good game. 7 points, 6 boards. Utah by 6. Good question. One more call on the way out.
This place is special. This is the last one that holds all the memories, and you want to play well here.
Bryant adjusts, puts it up, puts it in. Tough shot. Now Bryant comes to the basket, plays it in. Sets himself, puts it up, puts it in. Kobe Bryant point on a showing. Ariza to Bryant. Bryant inside for the slam. Kobe Bryant electrifying the court with one of the greatest individual performances ever here at Madison Square Garden. Spins, puts it up, puts it in.
And the MVP chants cascading from the rafters.
Kobe Bryant, 61 points, most points ever scored here at Madison Square Garden.
It felt great to get that reaction from these fans because they appreciate the game. Reggie Miller, your fault. No. MJ 55, your fault. 61, your fault.
It's game 1 of the NBA Finals here at the Staples Center tonight.
A very focused Kobe Bryant.
We were excited to be back in this situation. We've been waiting for this moment all year.
Spins left elbow. Spins again. Here's the shot. Good. Oh, that is unstoppable.
Mozart in sneakers for Kobe Bryant.
It's rare in a career when you get to the top of the mountain and then you got to start over again. And then you get back up to the top of the mountain again. Yeah, I feel very fortunate and very blessed to be in this situation.
Basketball immortality for the 09 Lakers.
His first Finals MVP, really the only thing on his resume that was not present. Hey, Haywood, how you doing?
Haywood.
Yes, it is, Eddie. It's a Haywood Workman night here at the ballpark.
Yeah.
Okay, Sage, thank you. That's on ESPN. We're here on ESPN2. A reminder, the next 30 for 30 will debut This Magic Moment, documenting the rise and fall of the Orlando Magic with Shaq and Penny Hardaway in the mid-90s. It premieres tomorrow 9 Eastern on ESPN. This was as we went to break. Shaq got into that seat after the end of the first quarter, and Kobe seeing that Shaq has arrived. And those two exchanging some pleasantries back and forth. It was really cool to see Shaquille O'Neal here for this farewell. Saw him on SportsCenter this morning, and in those videos you saw Shaq has said Kobe's the greatest Laker. He said it publicly, said it last night with the guys in the studio on TNT. It's such a great debate and conversation of Laker legends. There are so many over the years as Bryant driving is fouled. Hubie, you just wonder what might have been.
Correct, yeah, that's right.
What was is incredible. 3 straight titles, Kobe and Shaq together. And really, the chasm split the city. You were for Kobe or you were for Shaq. Longtime Laker fans They try to piece it together. Peyton and Malone for one dream team run kind of in 2004. It just didn't happen, and then Shaq moved on, and the rest is history. But for all the acrimony and conversation about them not getting...
So like all time, and then get a good percentage shot. But anybody in this organization, they'll tell you that if they stayed together, they really had a solid chance of winning 6 or 7 championships. And no one would disprove that, mainly because the supporting cast was excellent, along with Kobe and Shaq.
Teammates for 8 years, 4 finals, 3 titles. In that era, Shaq was 30 and 15. Kobe will come to the line as he was fouled 4 of 4. Already at the line. Here's that baseline drive a moment ago.
Well, he's going to go up on top of you. If you're there quick, he'll come up under the other end. The big thing when you were coaching against them, Kobe in his prime, before the Achilles, which happened 4 seasons ago, he was able to get to the rim, get fouled, get to the offensive glass, get rebounds, get fouled. He was on the foul line most nights, anywhere from 8 to 12, 14 times. Well, once the Achilles came, all right, in 2013, naturally we have not been able to see that explosion. That's why he's become more of a jump shooter from distance.
Bryant has 18 of the Los Angeles 34. Jazz lead by 6. Shelvin Mack guarded by D'Angelo Russell. It's inside, got fouled by Russell. And the 5th man from Butler, 5th-year man from Butler, will have a chance for the 3-point play. So we're watching here. Kobe has taken 15 shots so far. He's put up a bunch of shots in the last few games. You were talking about that Achilles injury a moment ago. Saw the minutes there. That was the stretch where he was playing so much. As a matter of fact, he had not come out of that game where he injured his Achilles against Golden State up until that point. And then when he tore the Achilles, the Lakers took time.
His comfort zone.
He might score 40 tonight. He's got 21 points. It's Gordon Hayward. He responds with a 3 of his own. He's made 142 of those this year.
Finish the story. Finish the story.
With Kobe?
It's a great ending.
Part of the reason he came back to shoot the free throws, he fully believed that he was going to find a way to get back in the game. And you've got to shoot your free throws once you're fouled. If somebody else comes in and shoots them, you can't come back unless it's a flagrant or intentional foul at that time. He was in full belief that he was going to be able to come in back in the game at some point.
Well, all the players in the league at that time, especially the guys from both teams on the floor, they were in shock that he actually walked after shooting the 2 foul shots all the way to the locker room rather than be carried off the floor on a stretcher. But that's what we said about high pain threshold. There's been nobody like this guy. He's been able to execute at all Hall of Fame level under incredible injuries.
The 60th NBA All-Star Game.
Kobe Bryant is the face of this All-Star Game, especially here in Los Angeles. Just the usual, the Black Mamba out slithering around. It's fun. It's fun being here and playing the All-Star Game in front of the home crowd. Kobe Bryant is 3-time All-Star MVP. One more would tie him with the Hall of Famer Bob Pettit.
Oh, Bryant with a beautiful move. It's Kobe able to bank it high off glass. Bryant for 3, yes! Bryant played by Rose. By Bryant, finding space.
You got 8 to tie the record, 9 to break it. Just keep running with me.
Kobe Bryant, who has taken it over in this 3rd quarter. Gasol, nice ball movement. Kobe Bryant on the reverse.
Just being around so many young players gave me so much energy to see them bouncing around. It energized me for the night.
The Black Mamba staring down his prey. I got something for you, King. This is the old Michael Jordan thing right here. Nice try, young fella.
For the 4th time in his career, he's the All-Star Game MVP, Kobe Bryant.
Being at home here, playing in front of the home crowd. This will be my last All-Star Game in front of these home fans, so it feels good to do it. I'm going to tell you the influence of Blake Griffin. He had me dunking tonight. See that? He had me dunking tonight, this guy, man. Hey, that's old school.
Kobe, the road has come to an end. You've been an unbelievable mentor to me.
I just want to say thank you and appreciate what you did for myself and for the game.
You know, we love you, Kobe, and we'll see you soon.
Amazing career, man. Good luck on retirement. Kobe Bean, salute my brother. Enjoy retirement.
Well, Kobe has brought out many of the stars. Hello, D-Fish. Good to see you. How are you? Derek Fisher stopping by to say hello as he comes through. Derek Fisher just came through. Snoop Dogg's over there. Snoop was looking for Hubie. He wanted to take a selfie with Hubie. Who else just came through? Gary Payton just walked by. Baron Davis sitting down there. Flea for the Red Hot Chili Peppers with the anthem. All here to see the Kobe farewell. Bryant for three. He's got 21 points on 7 of 18 shooting. 2 of 9 on the 3-ball. Utah Jazz had hoped that they would be playing for a chance to get themselves into the playoffs tonight. Some tough losses down the stretch as Trey Lyles scores that. Monday night they lost to Dallas, but Hubie, games against the best teams in the West, they were so close to winning in the last couple of weeks and couldn't close.
Mike, they lost 3 games. Golden State, San Antonio, and the Clippers, 2 in overtime, and the other one by 2 points to San Antonio. So you know that this young club, they were coming close, but they just don't have that one closer that can get you the call. It's the old story. Do you have a guy that can get you the non-call? And that's very important for young teams.
Lyles able to clean up that Booker missed layup, and the Jazz all of a sudden have taken this lead out to 15, their largest of the night. Bryant working on Johnson inside, had it knocked away. Kobe's got it back, and Trey Lyles, the rookie, gets his shot at the 20-year veteran. Lyles can say at some point in his career, I shut down Kobe Bryant. Talked about some of the VIPs, the celebrities who have shown up here tonight. Shaq took that front row seat, started the second quarter. Snoop Dogg, Frank Robinson. We often see the baseball great here.
One of my all-time favorite baseball players.
George Lopez, Jay-Z arrived before the game. We heard from Jack speaking with Lisa earlier. Just a sampling of this star-studded crowd tonight. D'Angelo Russell inside with the basket. His first points of the evening. Really the atmosphere outside. Did some live shots for SportsCenter. Lyles. Kobe chasing it down. Couldn't get to it. Max got Booker for 2.
Hey, that's why you can't relax with these kids. These kids hustle all over the floor. I just can't say it enough. Well-coached team. They play together. A ton of chemistry.
Bryant inside. He'll get to the free throw line, trying to get to 23 points. As he was fouled. We'll have a Toyota halftime coming up. Sage Steele, Jalen Rose, Doug Collins. They'll be talking about the stories here in California tonight. Well, hockey assist for Kobe. Russell gets the real assist. And Kobe comes to the line again.
I always said that when you coach against Kobe, you got to try to cut down the catches. Sound easy. Once he gets the ball on the foul line extended, once he turns on his man, he's almost impossible to guard. Whether you play one-on-one or even trap him. Then if he shoots and he misses, he's a bear on the offensive glass. Then if you foul him, he was an 85% foul shooter, and he was getting to the line, like we said early, 8 to 12 to 14 times a night. And that's where he'd pick up all of those extra points.
Sheldon Mack on the drive, able to collect it, get the foul on Russell. That's a chance for the three-point play.
You and I always talk about young players biding their time. When we think of Hayward and Mack playing together for Butler in the finals, in the Final Four, for Butler. And then all of a sudden he comes into pros and he just couldn't find his niche. And all of a sudden a trade pops up here in February. He comes to a young team. Not only does he come in here, he moves 2 guys out of the way, becomes the starting guard, giving you 13 a game. And you can see just in his first half what this guy's all about. He is a tough guy, a tough defender, strong off the dribble, can finish, can make the three. It was really a very smart move by their management.
Shot clock is off. Fans slowly come to their feet at Staples as Kobe closes down the half. hesitates on Hayward. The patented Bryant fadeaway would not go down in the first half has come to an end. 24 minutes of Kobe Bryant left. He played 18. That was the plan, and he scored 22 points on 20 shots in that first half. The Jazz lead by 15. We'll be back momentarily to watch the second half, the final half of basketball and the great Hall of Fame career of Kobe Bryant. On the other side of the break, Sage Steele, Doug Collins, Jalen Rose standing by across the street here in Los Angeles for the Toyota halftime.